Hi there. So let's go through the app. What on earth? My thing's gone bananas. Oh no. Okay, it's working again. So incognito. Incognito is very handy because uh, it lets you get past memory cache issues. Right. So let's log in. Fingers crossed. That's the password. Log admin is fairly straightforward. So this is the back end. Okay. So I get there should be nothing to approve because there is nothing to approve, and I guess that's one that Jeffrey made. And here's all the current studies. So we got the back end sorted. Well, as in we looked at the back end before we've added our own studies. Let's log in as a participant. So to do this, I'm going to come on, burn switch on. Okay, I'm going to let's go to the app. Fingers crossed I can remember my own login details. What's going on here then? Okay, I think there might be a little bit of a bug there, but I'm not too sure because the URL. And I think there's a bug because let's click refresh. Okay, that stopped. Then there might be a bug with that loading indicator, but anyway, Andy T Woods at gmail.com. Potluck. Bugger. Let's try some other passwords. Bugger. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, maybe we can use the back end to see the participants, all participants. So I do have a andytwoods at gmail.com. But I cannot actually add or delete participants here. So actually that could be a useful facility really, because what happens if we want to chuck someone off because they've been a naughty participant? It's such a shame. The contrast is with the previous a purely Django backend. I wonder if we should actually add the Django backend so that we can fiddle in more detail. So this guy exists. Let me try user details for this email address. Jeffrey, is that possible to add on Blast? I shouldn't be revealing my password really. Is it possible to add Django backend? Okay, so let's try this big long thing. No. Okay. Bugger. Okay, let's just create another account. We're gonna have a problem though with usernames. Did it want my username? Oh, it wants my username, not my email address. Okay, cool. That's straightforward. I get that. So Andy123 seems to be a good thing to use. Okay. This is a bit of a bugger. Okay, this is a bit frustrating. Let's create an account. Because if I use the email address that I already have, it'll probably complain. andytwoods at gmail.com. Just put it in my junk password. Agree. Oh, if that username's already been taken, so I'm going to actually try and log in with that guy. Okay. Yay! Okay, we're in. That's awesome. Is it possible to have people either use the username or the email address? Because that might facilitate, that might help some people like myself. So I got a message, please join this study. So there's no studies at the moment, finished studies, I haven't finished any studies, blah 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 blah. I haven't earned any money, which is good. Alright, now let's log in to experiment. And we have like a junk a development experiment here. So I guess submit to Flying Fish. I'm just going to suffix it with AW to preserve my sanity for later on. Okay, I don't quite know what happens here. I don't know if that's even useful to have a start date, because I think immediately when we start a study, that should be the time that we start it. I do ponder whether we should remove this start date option. I'm going to specify that in the Moxtra. Can we remove the start date option in Adobe? Okay, so what's the date today? It's the 13th of the 10th. Okay, so this is in American. Okay, I'm gonna ask, can dates be in non-American format? And end date 17th. Awesome. So reward is the actual amount that is the bonus. So can we rename reward bonus? To potential bonus. Okay. So these are restriction types. Let's remove them all, because I'm going to first of all put in Flying Fish Europe. So we're going to pay the person €10 for doing the study, and the reward will be, well, the potential bonus will be €1. Submit that. All good. So let's go to the back end. Here's the back end. So we first of all, so to approve. So this is the study, the AW suffix study, which I've just sent. And it all looks good. Let's approve it. So release studies, we see the release study. So that all looks hunky-dory, which means that all looks good. Let's go into the Flying Fish app. Click refresh. So studies, we should see AW, which is awesome. I'm going to go back into the admin and click on release studies. So we have invite participants, which is awesome. So we're going to invite. Excellent. So just wondering, Jeffrey, if we specified the filter, so that we can only invite people who are of who befits, who are appropriate for the filter. To actually test that, I'm going to create another study. Once I send another thing to Flying Fish, and I'm going to make it for women only. I'm going to get rid of that. Blast. I must pause. There's someone at the door. 1 second. Okay, so fingers crossed it's resumed recording. Okay, I'm just going to. Okay, so I can't actually see the answers to my questions here. Okay, so let's have a quick look. I want to know if I can look at the answers to my questions from edit questioner. So I guess this is it. Excellent. So edit questions, edit profile. Okay, so there's no mail option. So it's not the best question to ask. It's bugger. Edit question. Okay, so there's no real link at the moment between the criteria to which we can ask people, we can filter people by, and all, I mean, these don't seem to correspond at the time, but at the moment with the questions that we ask people. So we can't test that at the moment. Get rid of Twitter. Do we ask age? Okay, I can't test that unfortunately. Not to worry. So we just released a study. I'm going to do the study now. I should have got. Before we do anything, I'm going to send myself an email. And I'll invite these guys to the study. From study. Send to all participants. A bit confused about that. I think we should have send to all participants instead of being here to be in the previous screen up here. So send invite, and next to that, send invite to all participants. Okay, so send, and I guess we'll get an email eventually. There we go. We got an email. We'll probably get a couple of emails as they filter through the different servers. So awesome. Let's quickly do the study. Got another message from DDDDD, blah de blah de blah. Okay, so we need I think, yeah, there's no URL here for the experiment. I mean, to make life easier for the people who are doing the admin, I think we really should have a here's a link to the study at the bottom of the email. If that's right, Jeffrey, because otherwise it's the case of copy and pasting each time. Okay, let's run a study. Studies, my studies, join. Awesome. So can I return that study yet? Let's have a quick flick around. I can't return the study yet. So if we could add that, I do not want to do the study thing down here. That would make life easier. So run the study. Unless it appears after you've done. No. Here's the study. It's a absolute minimal study. It's automatically save the data within the experiment. Fingers crossed. Oh well, yeah. This was that was a feature that we saw before. So flying fish answers. We should have. Well, anyway, there's that 13th of the 10th. There's that chap, myself, who did the study. Click refresh here, and we should see. Yep, it's gone from the bottom of the screen. Dashboard. We've done one study. We finished one study. Status completed. So when I go to here and go, assume when I click good, I'll get the bonus, and if I click bad, I won't get the bonus. Okay, let's see what happened. Whoa. Okay, so I can't actually see the reason why I got a bad point. Let's set up another super quick study. Money studies. Excellent. Okay, there's a mistake. So -2 shouldn't be allowed. Let's go back to the admin dashboard to approve studies. I think it would make sense, Jeffrey, if we had the amounts to which people were paying these people there, because it would be a way to spot errors if the person in the experiment accidentally put in $2,000 to pay people, for example. Okay, so let's click refresh here. We should now, under studies, have another one. Join, run study. Cool. In experiment. If I gone into the one running experiment, okay, flying fish. Okay, so if I click good, what does that do? So here's the admin dashboard. I guess we should. Here's all the studies, so we see managed participants. Okay, so that I've done that study twice, but shouldn't actually be allowed. Because it's only saying that I've done the study once here. Payment -2. Okay, I'm actually curious what happens when we pay this chap. Okay, so that might not be working because it's payment -2. Let's just go back to. Let's go back to manage experiments. Flying fish. Submit to flying fish. To. AW3. Okay, so we're going to accept, we're going to release that study to the participants, all to approve studies. So here we have, I could have sworn it was AW3. Oh yeah, there we go. First study from blah blah blah, AW3. I just didn't update the. So click submit, all good. Flying fish. Studies. AW3. Join. Run study. So I've run that study now. I got two dollars for doing so. I'm going to. My mouse, unfortunately, is dying, which is sod's law. That's quite curious. There's a rounding error. That's just the nature of computers. There's yeah, oh, it's in the positive, which is useful. We need a way to be able to pay people in bulk. So if there's like 500 people who are going to pay $1, we need a way to pay those 500 people all in one go. I'm going. I'm going to do one last study. Submit to Flying Fish. $2. So now we should plus 2-ish. I'll just quit. Oh god, whatever. Submit. Cool. Approve. Pesky battery in my mouse is not. Why are you not working? It's my mouse. It's decided that there's no flashing light in it, but it's decided at this moment in time to go bananas. Please just work. Okay, cool, excellent. Studies. So actually, I guess it's only when you do very good that you get the bonus. Because we didn't get the bonus before because we had -2 and +2, which equal to approximately 0. But now when I've done very good, but I'm not getting the bonus then still. So that could be a mistake there. So let's try and pay. I need to find a way to pay this participant. I don't see where we pay people here. So maybe if we go into studies and we go to manage participants. Okay, so this is where it gets done here. Clicked on pay. I really don't know what experiment info does. Okay, so let's try and pay here. Hey, there's a bit of a bug here. I can't seem to find how to pay people. So anyway, let's have another round. If you guys can try and meet these bugs, that'd be awesome. And yep. All right. Cheers.